So for today's video, I'm going to be changing the layout of my bullet journal. I ordered a new Leuchtturm 1917 notebook last month because I noticed I was running out of pages in the first one that I bought almost 2 years ago. I started bullet journaling because I wanted a way to be more organized, and pre-made planners just really don't cut it for me, and I wanted another kind of creative outlet. This is what it used to look like when I first got it, and while it wasn't bad, it was pretty generic, so I decided I wanted to change some things. I had also strayed away from putting things like habit and spending trackers in, so I wanted to start including those as well. At the beginning of this year, I wanted to make my journal more organized and more colorful, so I bought Mildliner pens from Zebra and some washi tape. The new notebook I bought isn't specifically for bullet journaling, and I didn't realize it wasn't going to be the same notebook until after I got it. I don't think I'll buy another one like this in the future. It isn't bad, but I prefer the other one. I did my monthly spread for May the same way I did for the previous 4 months, but this layout just isn't working for me anymore. I have a Pinterest board for bullet journal pages, so I went through that for some inspiration. This monthly spread looked cool, but I was looking to reduce mine to 1 page instead of 2 to save on paper. I liked this one, but I prefer dedicating 1 page each to my habit and spending trackers. This is another nice minimalist spread, but it still takes up 2 pages. These doodles are very cute, and I'd like to incorporate them into my spreads at some point, but I didn't want to try and fit in too many changes at once. This photo is what I ended up using as inspiration for my monthly spreads. I have used 1 page and 2 pages for monthly spreads. 2 pages felt like a lot, but 1 page felt limiting, so I felt like using a horizontal calendar was a good middle ground. I really liked this 15-minute tasks idea, and it's something that I did end up putting in, but I forgot to film it. This needs for house idea will be something good to add in the next year or so when I start planning to move to a place that's just my own, but I don't need it right now. Ignore my weird washi tape swatches. I wasn't going to use that page and didn't know what else to do with it, but here we're starting fresh with a June monthly spread. Each month I choose a different accent color, and for June I chose this dark purple shade. I'm also going to be using this pen from Muji. I should have used pencil for this entire thing because I ended up making several mistakes that I couldn't fix because I outlined the entire thing in pen. I had my whiteout on the desk with me, but I didn't want to use it on such a large area because I thought fixing the mistake would make it look worse. I counted 4 dots across and 4 dots down for the most part. Obviously, I messed up along the way because some of the squares are bigger than the other ones. And then after that, I went over the pencil with the Muji pen and then erased the pencil that was left behind. I don't use rulers when I do this because I don't want it to be totally perfect. I'm not using a pre-made planner for a reason, so I don't really want it to look like one. After that, I used my accent color to highlight the days of the week, as well as that little header. And then I numbered the squares and put slashes in the days that aren't actually in the month of June. I used some of the other mild liners to put colored dots in some of the squares. The red ones are for days that I have work. The third is my birthday, so I had to put something in for that. The gray dots are for days that I have bills to pay. And saying it out loud, I think I need to switch the colors for bills and work. After that, I chose the washi tape that I wanted to use. I put some washi tape on the days that aren't actually in the month of June, and then I used a different kind for the flag. I use tape flags on each monthly spread so that if I have to go back and forth between months, I can flip through them faster. This is my habit tracker. I only track 4 habits at a time because that's what's manageable for me. And on the bottom, I write habits that I did well with, habits that I didn't do well with, and what I think I should add or remove from the list. This is my spending tracker. On days when I only buy things that I need or don't buy anything at all, I color in the entire square for the day with my accent color. On days when I buy something that I don't actually need, I draw an X with the accent color, and then I do my budget for the month on the bottom half of the page. I mentioned that I wanted to change my weekly spreads to take up 1 page instead of 2. The picture I used for inspiration didn't make it into the screen recording, but this is essentially what it looked like. I usually like to have more space to write within the daily boxes, but I don't have anything going on these days because nobody does, so this will do well for now. I added space for a to-do list, notes, and looking ahead to the next week. The lines that separate these sections start 8 dots from the right side of the page and go down 10 dots. Then I highlight again with the accent color. I didn't want there to be too much purple on the page, so for the column on the right, I used gray. For the last week of June, which goes into July, I used purple for the days in June and gray for the days in July. And here's my finished section for the month. I like this look a lot better than what I had before, and I'm glad that I took the time to change the layout. That's why I like bullet journaling so much. It's really easy to change or improve what you've got going on in your planner. Thank you for watching. I hope this gave you some inspiration for your own bullet journaling projects.